today. It's Kathy Bedell at my stamping spot. Just checking in. I was just going to give everybody a couple seconds to log on here. How are you? It's a beautiful day in New England. New Hampshire's gorgeous this time of year. Everybody surviving COVID okay? I have to be honest. I'm ready to be unquarantined, although I do understand. But it is what it is. Well, let's get started today. I wanted to highlight this card that was sent to me by a fellow stamper, friend, and team member, Mary. This is the Ornate Garden DSP and the Old Olive Ribbon. It's in the June catalog, but we have the ability to order it early, so that's kind of nice. And I have a cheat sheet in here. This stamp set is seriously the best. Really love it. Very appropriate for this time right now. So thank you, Mary, for that. Just wanted to show you that. I just wanted to, I'm highlighting some items that are going out. I actually am very shocked that this did not make the cut. It's been crazy popular during celebration. It's the honeybee bundle with the dies and all that. It's beautiful. Here's some little projects I made. I actually was supposed to have a retreat with my team, and we had to cancel it because of COVID. But attendees were going to get this little honey jar with the, this was the honeybee paper that was free during celebration. But look at this die. Isn't that gorgeous? It's this little, hope you can see that, this little honeycomb kind of thing done in gold metallic paper, this ruche ribbon, which is carrying over to the new catalog. I was happy about that. But just how cute is that? So this is from the DSP, but the stamp is also in here. So there was that. This was individual honey packets for tea and whatnot. It says, "Thinking of you, sweet friend." Just another piece of the DSP that was cut and folded and adhered on the side, and it makes this adorable little pocket. This I cased from the spring catalog, the January to June spring catalog. It's a gift card holder. It's just a little slider. I used probably the 1.5-inch circle punch there. And again, like I said, this was all for the retreat. Bees are so big right now, and the talk of the killer bees, they're even more valuable. I've never really been a bee fan myself, I have to admit, but I am concerned like everybody else. So those are just the honeybee bundle. If you haven't picked up your honeybee bundle and you want to pick it up, it's finally back in stock. If you order online with this hostess code, and you spend $53, I'm sorry, 53, listen to me, $50, and you use that host code, I will send you a spool of this ruched ribbon for free as a thank you. All right, let's get on with our little project today. Here's what we're going to work on. This was actually a technique I learned probably like the first month I was stamping. I've had this file tucked away forever. I kind of updated it a little bit. But this is featuring the Ornate style stamp set. Again, this is a pre-order for the June catalog, and it comes with these gorgeous dies. I guess I didn't clean mine out last time around, huh? Look at all the beautiful shapes, though. Beautiful. And we're going to use this little daisy. I have chosen Purple Posy as my base. I'm going to put that to the side. I don't know if you'll be able to still see that, but I'm going to put that there. I've chosen Purple Posy as my base. I've chosen 5.5 by 3.25 inch Highland Heather, and I embossed that with the Ornate Floral Embossing folder. This is not making it look beautiful, but I'm telling you, it is truly beautiful. That's a great folder. And then we have Gorgeous Grape at 3 3/4 by 2.5, and I have a piece of Whisper White at 3.5 by 2.25. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of start to put my card together. I have some Memento ink I'm going to stamp up my little image like that. Pretty, pretty. I have some blends. I have the Dark Daffodil Delight. If you haven't used blends, you're missing out. You do not need a lot of pressure. This is Call Me Clover, the light and the dark. I always start with the light color first and then work into the darker color if I feel like I need it. This is one little teeny stem. It's very difficult to get in there, but fortunately these have a nice tip. Just don't put a lot of pressure on them. If you hear banging in the background, I have new front stairs going in, so I apologize. Now you have two options. Sometimes I just stick with my lighter blend and just go in and blend a little darker like that along the center of it. Or if you prefer, you can go in with the darker blend and do the same thing like that. This little white flower is kind of a little colorless. So I'm just going to go in and add just a little bit of smoky slate just to give it a little more dimension, I guess is the word. And you can see I'm not being fancy. I'm kind of going in where the petals overlap. And I'm not fussy. I'm not a fussy colorer. If you've seen what few videos I've done, you would know that. Then, Winkostella. Do you love Winkostella? Love Winkostella. You have to add some Winkostella to make those petals just a little bit of gloss. Okay. I am going to... Oh, came through. These blends do come through, so be careful of that. Oh, I don't have a nice clean edge here. Here's my trick when I don't have a nice clean edge. Hope you could see that and I wasn't out of camera view. Sometimes the white cardstock, if you cut just one piece at a time, it'll fray just a little bit. I'm not going to put these together yet. I'm just going to set those to the side. I've scored my card base, and I'm going to fold it mountain side in, like that. I should have a bone folder, but I forgot to grab it, so you'll all have to pretend. Okay, now we have, you didn't notice that I just dropped that, did you? So my husband, I couldn't get my scanner to work. I will upload this file to this Facebook page, but I did post a picture of this to help you. This is, this is called a braided card. So what you're going to do is you're going to have, you can download this and physically cut this out. But the picture I have online, it may not be to scale. So basically you have a 5.5 inch line. These marks are every 1/4 inch. The first mark is a 1/2 inch long. The second mark is 1 inch long. 1/2 inch long, inch long, 1/2 inch long, inch long, all the way around. I've put dotted lines here where you're going to fold it. I put basic instructions. You know, it's not always easy. Sometimes it's easier to follow along with a video. I apologize. I forgot a pair of scissors. So I have to grab a pair of scissors. Hang with me, though. I'm not going far. Okay, so what you want to do when you print out this, you can do this on a cutter and get a really nice straight line, or you can do like I'm doing, and you can fudge it, because I know that I want it to go on the very edge. So as long as I can see the little black line, I'm okay. All right. I'm going to chop this down a bit. All right. You might want to use binder clips for this. I'm going to just put a teeny bit of adhesive because I happen to know that I am going to be covering it with this purple layer. And you're just going to line up your edges. You want it to be right on the edge. Like I said, paper clips or binder clips at either end will really help you keep it. I'm going to hold it really tight. And all you're going to do is cut on these lines. Like so. And I apologize, it's going to be a little bit boring while I go through all this. But, and you want to go right to the edge of the line because you want a nice straight, you want this line to be straight when you fold it so that it's not crooked. And like I said, I uploaded a photo of this picture. My husband was going to scan the document today at work for me and email it to me. He hadn't done it as of when I logged on. So when he does that, I will upload the file to this page. And then you can download it and use it. I'm not really sure. I think my upline Michelle taught me this at a stamp camp a lot of years ago. Okay. I actually haven't seen this technique in quite a while, but it's a good one. All right, so there's a couple things you need to know here. Oh! That's what you need to know. Don't do that, what I just did. You want to make sure you don't cut off the end because that's going to impede what you're doing. So, we're going to do it without that last piece, which is going to make it a little harder, but that's okay. We're going to pretend it's on there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to glue dot this in there just for conversation's sake here. But I would have to literally recut this because this would not jive. I'm going to attach it with a little piece of white paper. You can make anything work. Although this would not be a fix for a permanent card, I will say that. But for demonstration purposes, this will work. See what I'm doing? I'm making the piece fit back in. Okay. Now that that's there. What you want to do is you want to pull up this first piece and you're going to fold it down. And you want it to be nice and straight. Again, a bone folder would be helpful. Then what I do is I close it back up and I'm going to fold this card base. And then what you can do, well, see, I can't even show you because of this white piece that's here. But what you can do is when you do that, I have to take this off. See, folks? It's the same everywhere. We all make mistakes. When you close this, you can fold that over, get a nice crease, and then cut that off. Now, this is very important. Do not throw this piece away. You are going to need this piece. So don't throw that away. All right, I'm going to put this back in here so you can pretend like all is good and there was no problem. Like that. Okay, then all you're going to do is every other peak, you're going to pick up, push down, and stick it under this tab. See, this is probably not going to work. I think I'm going to have to do it missing my bottom piece. I would recut it for you, but I actually think that would be more boring than just making this work. So, and then every other tag again, and flop it under. I'm going to get rid of this, folks. But you get the idea there. And then every other one. And put it under. How come I made multiple of these last night and had no issues? And of course, as soon as I'm under this camera and these lights, I cut it off. And I was just about to warn you, very important, don't cut off the end. And then I got overconfident. See what happens when you're overconfident? Okay, so once you have them all down like that, this little piece that I told you don't throw away, this is very important. What we're going to do is we're going to put a couple glue dots on here, one on each side. You could use Tombow glue. You could use just about any glue that you wanted. I don't think I would use snail. I don't think that would hold quite as strong. So you're going to tuck it under this point and then fit it in at the top. And the pressure's getting to me. Like that. No, I didn't do a very good job of cutting that off. So I'm just going to trim it like that. And then you fold it. And there you go. Voila. Let's pretend that's the card. All right. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some snail to this piece. And I'm going to pop it on here. I'm going to line it up with the top and the bottom, and I'm not going to put it directly to the side. I'm going to kind of leave it like a free-floating mat, like that. And then, geez, I guess I was wholly unprepared today because I don't have any dimensionals. But you would want to put that on with dimensionals. But before you do, you want to use the polka dot tulle ribbon. I'm at the end of the roll. And just tie that around. I tie a square knot, left over right, right over left. I love this ribbon. It's very forgiving. If you don't tie it right, it doesn't look bad. I'm all about that. My helper, Joelle, she does not like ribbons. She'll say to me, could you do another project with ribbons? Holy smoke, when she's helping me prep for things or designing things. You could add a little greeting here. I chose not to on mine, but you certainly could. So that's our project for today. So let's see, what else? If you're in my club, any of my clubs, my 3 clubs, I'll be seeing you at Zoom this week. Very excited. And I will be back next Wednesday. Email me if you have any questions on this. And look for a upload so that you can download this file. All right, take care.